A very good morning, my dear children. Let's go to the next one. In this slide, we can see so many images. In this first image, we can see the moon. In the second image, we can see the girl. We can see Vani. In the third image, we can see grandmother. In the fourth image, we can see Ajay. In the fifth image, we can see a bowl of water. And what we can see in the bowl, what is inside the bowl, children? We can see the moon. Now, can you tell me, when do we see the stars, children? We see the stars at night. When do we see the moon? We see the moon also at night. Here, can you tell me, your children? Now, as I already told you, this girl's name is Vani. So now, why Vani is crying? Let us see in the lesson. We are going to a new lesson, the moon in a bowl. In this picture, we can see Ajay. What is Ajay doing? Ajay is eating dinner. In the second picture, what we can see here, Vani is crying. Ajay is eating dinner. Vani is crying. She is his little sister. She does not want to eat a food. In the next one, we can see grandmother. And who's close to grandmother? Vani. In the next picture, what we can see stars in the night sky. Between the stars, what we can see? We can see the moon shining up brightly there. Grandmother takes Vani outside the house. Vani looks up. The stars are twinkling in the sky. The moon is shining brightly among them. So we can see grandmother takes Vani outside the house. So suddenly Vani looks up. Then she sees the stars are twinkling in the sky. Then she can see the moon is shining brightly among them. We can see here. So Vani can see the moon shining brightly up there. When Vani is just looking out, she's just looking up. She is very happy to see the night sky. So she asked grandmother to get the moon for her. So we can see Vani looking up in the night sky. Then she went to grandmother. She's talking to grandmother. She's telling grandmother to get the moon for her. Vani is happy to see the night sky. She asked grandmother to get the moon for her. In the next one, now when grandmother says, I'll get the moon for you, so suddenly Ajay is just looking from far how grandmother is going to get the moon for Vani. So Ajay starts laughing. She just laughs and just wonders how grandmother is going to get the moon for Vani. So grandmother says to Vani, but only if you finish your dinner, I'll get the moon for you. Ajay hears Vani and laughs. Grandmother says, I will get the moon for you, but you have to finish your dinner first. Now, Vani is very happy, so she enters the house. When she moves inside the house, then she starts eating her dinner because she wants to get the moon. Grandmother told, only if you have your dinner, I will get the moon for you. In the next one, now Ajay is just thinking, wondering how grandmother is going to get the moon for Vani. So let us see now. Vani goes inside and starts eating her food. Ajay looks at grandmother. He wonders how she will get the moon for Vani. So now Vani is finishing already to have her dinner. When she finishes her dinner, so grandmother goes slowly to the kitchen. Now let us see why grandmother goes to the kitchen in the next slide. Vani finishes her food. Grandmother goes to the kitchen. Grandmother goes to the kitchen. Now she gets a big bowl of water from the kitchen. So when she gets the big bowl of water from the kitchen, the children follow her. She comes back with a big bowl of water. She goes outside. The children follow her. Now she goes outside. Grandmother goes with the bowl of water. She takes the bowl and puts it on the grass. Then she calls Vani. Vani, come here. Can you see? Here is the moon for you. Grandmother keeps the bowl on the grass. She calls Vani and says, here is the moon. So grandmother puts the bowl on the grass. Then Vani is just wondering how grandmother will get the moon for me. So you see, children, the bowl is already placed outside in the grass there. So the reflection of the moon from up, we can see in the water. So grandmother is telling, don't touch it. If you do, it will go away. So grandmother is saying, but don't touch it. If you do, it will go away. So you see Vani with big, big eyes just looking inside the bowl. So Vani is surprised to see, very happy to see the moon in the bowl. Vani looks inside the bowl. She can see the moon in the water. She is very happy. So she can see the moon in the water and she is very happy to see the moon. Next one. So Vani is just looking at grandmother and she's giving grandmother a sweet smile. She looks at grandmother and gives a sweet smile. Children, explanation is over. Just put your finger after each and every word that I read. Ajay is eating dinner. Vani is crying. She is his little sister. She does not want to eat her food. Children, please put your finger. Grandmother takes Vani outside the house. Vani looks up. The stars are twinkling in the sky. The moon is shining brightly among them. Vani is happy to see the night sky. She asks grandmother to get the moon for her. Ajay hears Vani and laughs. Grandmother says, I will get the moon for you, but you have to finish your dinner first. Vani goes inside and starts eating her food. Ajay looks at grandmother. He wonders how she will get the moon for Vani. Vani finishes her food. Grandmother goes to the kitchen. She comes back with a big bowl of water. She goes outside. The children follow her. Grandmother keeps the bowl on the grass. She calls Vani and says, here is the moon. But don't touch it. If you do, it will go away. Vani looks inside the bowl. She can see the moon in the water. She is very happy. She looks at grandmother and gives a sweet smile. Let's go to the meanings. Dinner. What is the meaning of dinner, children? Meal eaten in the evening. Twinkling. To shine with a gleam. The stars are twinkling in the sky, so that is to shine with a gleam. Kitchen. A room where food is cooked. Mama cooks food for you, na? So that is called kitchen. Bowl. We have already seen bowl on the grass. So the meaning of bowl is a deep, round dish for holding food. Next one, opposites. Little, big. Brightly, dull. Finish, start. Outside, inside. Happy, sad. Comes, goes. Again once more. Meanings. Dinner, meal eaten in the evening. Twinkling, to shine with a gleam. Kitchen, a room where food is cooked. Bowl, a deep round dish for holding food. Let's go to the opposites. Little, big, brightly, dull. Finish, start. Outside, inside. Happy, sad. Comes, goes. We are going to A, comprehension. A1, write true or false in the boxes. The first one, Ajay is crying. So, who was crying, children? Ajay or Vani? Vani is crying, but here it is written Ajay is crying, so it is false. Second one, Vani does not want to eat her food. Yes, we have already seen in the slides, children. Vani does not want to eat her food, so it is true. Grandmother promises to get the moon for Vani. Yes, grandmother promises to get the moon for Vani. So it is true. Fourth one, Vani can see Ajay in the water. What Vani can see in the water, children? We have already seen Vani can see the moon in the water. So here it is written, Vani can see Ajay in the water. So it is false. Vani can see Ajay in the water. False. Grandmother brings a bowl of nuts. Now from the kitchen, grandmother brings what? A bowl of water. Here it is written nuts. So it is false. A2. Complete the answers. Vani is crying. What does grandmother do? We have already seen in the slides, children. Grandmother takes Vani outside the house. So, Vani is crying. What does grandmother do? Grandmother takes Vani outside the house. Children, as I'm reading, please put your finger after each and every word that I read. A1. Write true or false in the boxes. First one. Ajay is crying. False. Vani does not want to eat a food. True. Grandmother promises to get the moon for Vani. True. Vani can see Ajay in the water. False. Grandmother brings a bowl of nuts. False. A2. Complete the answers. Vani is crying. What does grandmother do? Grandmother takes Vani outside the house. And the second one, what does Vani see in the sky? We've already seen in the slides, children. What does Vani see in the sky? Vani sees the stars and the moon. In the next one, what does Vani ask grandmother to get for her? Vani was crying. So Vani said to grandmother, I want the moon. So she asked grandmother to get the moon for her. What does grandmother bring from the kitchen? We've already seen in the slides, children. Grandmother brings a big bowl of water from the kitchen. What does Vani see in the bowl? We've already seen Vani is very happy, so she just looks in the bowl. So she sees the moon in the bowl. Now, children, as I'm reading, just put your finger. What does Vani see in the sky? She sees the stars and the moon. What does Vani ask grandmother to get for her? She asks grandmother to get the moon for her. What does grandmother bring from the kitchen? She brings a big bowl of water from the kitchen. What does Vani see in the bowl? She sees the moon in the bowl. B. Vocabulary. B1. Match the words in column A with their opposites in column B. Number 1 is done for you. Up, down, inside, outside, start, finished, happy, sad, go away, come back. Again once more, children. Up, down, inside, outside, start, finished, happy, sad, go away, come back. B2. Write the names of the things in the picture. So we have to write the names in the picture and we have to fill in the blanks there. So what we can see here? Moon. So what is the spelling of moon, children? M-O-O-N, moon. In the next picture, what we can see here? Spoon. So we have to write the correct spelling of spoon. S-P-O-O-N, spoon. So repeat after me. Moon, spoon. In this, what you can see here, children, we can see stool. So we have to write the correct spelling of stool there. S-T-O-O-L, stool. What you can see here, children? Foot. So F-O-O-T, foot. The next one, cook. C-O-O-K, cook. We can see book here. So B-O-O-K, book. Again repeat after me. Stool, foot, cook, book. We're going to see grammar, verbs. Read the following sentences. Now your children, wants, takes, laughs, Vani, grandmother, Ajay. It tells us what Vani, grandmother and Ajay do. Words that tell us what a person, an animal or a thing does are called action words. They are also called verbs. Now repeat after me, children. The words wants, takes and laughs tells us what Vani, grandmother, and Ajay do. Words that tell us what a person, an animal, or a thing does are called action words. They are also called verbs. So now children, C1, complete the following sentences by using the action words from the balloon. Now we can see the balloon here. So all these action words are given here, children. Plays, eats, sleeps, shines, cooks. The first one, a dog eats meat. So that is action. Rajat plays with a ball. So play is action word. My mother cooks food for us. So children plays, eats, sleeps, shines, cooks. All these are action words. Now let's go to the action words by reading. A dog eats meat. Rajat plays with a bowl. My mother cooks food for us. Sanya sleeps on a big bed. The moon shines in the night sky. We're going to see now am, is and are. The use of am, is and are. Am, that is, we use am with I. We use is when we talk about one person, thing or animal. We use are when we talk about more than one person, thing or animal. So remember children, we use is when we talk about one person, thing or animal. Next one, we use are when we talk about more than one person, thing or animal. Next one, we use am with I. So repeat after me children. Read the following sentences. I am happy. Rita is a helpful girl. Sita and Nagma are good friends. C2. Fill in the blanks with am, is or are. Now children remember, is we talk about one person. We use are when we talk about more than one person, thing or animal. Now am, we use am with I. The first one. C2, fill in the blanks with am, is or are. Amit is a boy. Now Amit, we're talking about one person, so we use is. I, we're talking about yourself, so I am tall. Third one, the stars, we're talking about many stars, are twinkling in the sky. Anu, again one person is there, so we use is. Anu is happy to see the moon. Next one, Rahul and Sumit. When we talk about two persons, more than one person, we use are good friends. The flowers, we're talking about many flowers children, are very pretty. I am an Indian. So children, put your finger after each and every word. C2A, fill in the blanks with am, is or are. First one, Amit is a boy. I am tall. The stars are twinkling in the sky. Anu is happy to see the moon. Rahul and Sumit are good friends. The flowers are very pretty. I am an Indian. The next one. B. Circle the correct word in the following sentences. The first one. Now remember children, the use of are, is and am. Remember children, we have already seen in the previous slides the use of is, am and are. The first one, squirrels are grey in color. Now more than one, so we use are. The door, one, so we use is, open. They, more than one, are late. My brother is playing football. So my brother is one, so we use is. There are many pencils in the box. I am in the classroom. So now repeat after me children. Squirrels are grey in color. The door is open. They are late. My brother is playing football. There Are many pencils in the box? I am in the classroom. Now, here, children, we're going to learn about different phases of the moon. We can see the moon in arc shape here, half, not so full, it is little round. Here we can see the full moon. Now, in the exercises, we are going to learn about moon. So, we have to fill in the blanks there. So, sometimes, children, when you move out, you see sometimes we can see the moon in arc shape, half shape, little round, and full round. So children, we can see the moon growing day by day, different shapes of the moon. We can see the arc shape here, half, we can see the shape here, little round here, full round we can see here. So when you go out, children, during the night time, we can see one day we go to see, we can see the arc shape. In the next day, we see little half there. In the next day, again we see little round. Then after that, again the moon grows bigger and bigger. So we call the full moon. Now, as we saw the different shapes of the moon, so we can write it here. D. Writing. Writing sentences. Describe the moon. Choose words from the box. Nights, night, shape, moonlight, growing, round, and line. The moon gives us light at night. So we know that the moon gives us light at night. This light is called moonlight. The moon does not look the same on all nights. So the moon does not look the same on all nights. Its shape keeps changing. On some days, there is no moon at all. So some nights we don't see the moon at all. Sometimes we see the moon as a thin curved line. Then it starts growing day by day. Slowly it becomes round in shape. As we have already seen the shapes of the moon, faces of the moon. So the same way here, children. So as I'm reading, children, please put your finger. The moon gives us light at night. This light is called moonlight. The moon does not look the same on all nights. Its shape keeps changing. On some days, there is no moon at all. Sometimes we see the moon as a thin curved line. Then it starts growing day by day. Slowly, it becomes round in shape. With this, children, the lesson is over. So there's homework for you, children. Read the full lesson from the slides itself and learn question and answers. Till then, children, thank you. Bye-bye.